you remember the last time you didn't reply, not because you didn't care, but because your silence felt safer than your words? Because speaking would have meant showing up, and you weren't sure you had anything left to show. You saw the message. You held your phone in both hands. You read it once, then again. And then you put it down, not out of indifference, but out of exhaustion from being needed, from always having to be present, even when you were already gone. Your yes has been borrowed too many times, given away when you had none to spare. Now even your hello feels heavy, like lifting a door that hasn't been opened in years. You decline the invitation, not because you don't want to see them. You miss their laugh, their warmth, the way they say your name. But because getting ready feels like climbing a mountain in the dark, choosing clothes, washing your face, finding the right words, each step heavier than the last. You watch the group chat scroll by, photos, jokes, plans forming like constellations. You read every message. You feel the rhythm of their closeness, but your fingers stay still on the screen, not from coldness, but from the quiet, trembling fear. What if I show up and have nothing to give? They stop writing first, not because they've forgotten you. They remember your voice, your stories, your silence, but because waiting hurts less than hoping, because hope requires energy, and they've learned to protect theirs too. And you don't reach out either, not because you've given up on them, but because your energy is already spent on simply being here, on breathing, on staying upright, on not disappearing completely. In your home, the dishes pile up in the sink, cups with cold tea, plates with crumbs, not from laziness, but because every small task feels like a promise you're afraid to break again. Because last time you said, "I'll do it later," later never came. Your partner sighs, softly, almost silently, but you hear it in your bones. You want to help. You want to move, but your body won't listen, not out of spite, but out of a deep, wordless depletion, like a well that's gone dry. You see the weight they carry, the laundry, the calls, the decisions, the care. You wish you could lift it, even just a little, but your hands feel empty, hollow, not because you don't care, but because you've given all you had, and no one noticed you were running on fumes. And in that silence between you, in the space where words used to live, love doesn't disappear. It doesn't leave. It just waits, quietly, patiently, for you to remember. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to be empty. You're still worthy, even when you have nothing to offer. Your breath moves in, slow, deep, unhurried. Your breath moves out, soft, full, without apology. Nothing else is asked of you right now. Nothing. You don't have to be useful to be worthy of connection. You don't have to perform care to deserve care in return. You are already enough, exactly as you are, exactly as you rest. Sometimes staying quiet is the most honest way to say, I'm still here, just not ready yet. Just gathering myself back, piece by piece, breath by breath. Laziness isn't abandonment. It isn't rejection. It's your heart whispering, not in anger, not in shame, but in tenderness. I need to be whole before I can be with you, and that's okay.